Welcome, dear viewers. Today we mourn the passing of a true icon in the world of rock and heavy metal. John Michael Ozzy Osbourne, born on December 3, 1948, and passed away on July 22, 2025, leaves behind a legacy that reshaped the music industry, inspired millions, and redefined what it means to be a rock legend. Join us as we take a journey through his remarkable life, his humble beginnings, his rise to superstardom, personal struggles, and his undying influence. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe as we honor the life of the Prince of Darkness. Early life and humble beginnings. John Michael Osborne was born on December 3, 1948, in Aston, Birmingham, England, into a working-class family. He was one of 6 children born to John Thomas Osborne, a toolmaker, and Lillian Osborne, who worked days at a factory. Growing up in post-war Birmingham, life was tough for young Ozzy, who struggled academically due to dyslexia and other learning difficulties. However, he found solace in music, particularly the Beatles, whose song She Loves You inspired him to pursue a career in music. From an early age, Ozzy was nicknamed for his surname, and the moniker stuck. He also had a flair for theatrics and comedy, often making his classmates laugh with outrageous behavior, a glimpse of the performer he would become. Formation of Black Sabbath. In the late 1960s, Ozzy formed a band called Rare Breed with Geezer Butler, which eventually evolved into a new group with guitarist Tony Iommi and drummer Bill Ward. That group became Black Sabbath, named after a horror movie starring Boris Karloff. They released their self-titled debut album Black Sabbath in 1970, a dark, ominous sound that helped invent the genre of heavy metal. With songs like Paranoid, Iron Man, and War Pigs, Black Sabbath became a sensation. Ozzy's haunting vocals and erratic stage presence, often involving bizarre antics like biting the head off a bat, made him one of the most controversial and compelling frontmen in rock history. The struggles and departure from Black Sabbath. While Black Sabbath achieved international success, the band was plagued by substance abuse issues. Ozzy, in particular, became infamous for his heavy use of alcohol and drugs, which eventually led to tensions within the group. In 1979, he was fired from Black Sabbath due to his increasingly erratic behavior and inability to function during recording sessions. Though devastated, this departure became a turning point in his career. Solo career and reinvention. 1980. Ozzy launched his solo career with the album Blizzard of Oz, featuring guitarist Randy Rhoads. The album was a massive success, spawning hits like Crazy Train and Mr. Crowley. His follow-up album, Diary of a Madman, further solidified his status as a solo star. Tragically, Rhoads died in a plane crash in 1982, deeply affecting Ozzy. Despite the loss, Ozzy continued to produce successful albums throughout the 80s and 90s, including Bark at the Moon, The Ultimate Sin, No Rest for the Wicked, and No More Tears. His band members changed over time, but his brand of metal remained powerful and personal. His tours were legendary for their theatrics and unpredictability. Despite ongoing struggles with addiction, his popularity remained immense, earning him a devoted fan base across generations. Marriage and personal life. Ozzy married Sharon Arden in 1982, the daughter of music manager Don Arden. Sharon became not only his wife, but also his manager, guiding his career and helping him regain control over his life. Together, they had 3 children: Amy, Kelly, Anne. Ozzy also had 3 children from a previous marriage to Thelma Riley: Jessica, Louis, and Elliot. The Osbournes' marriage endured numerous challenges: drug use, infidelity, and even a near-fatal domestic incident in 1989. However, they remained together, and Sharon played a crucial role in his longevity as an artist and as a person. The Osbournes, media stardom. In 2002, Ozzy's fame reached a new generation when MTV aired The Osbournes, a reality TV show about his chaotic home life. The series was a massive hit, showcasing a surprisingly tender and humorous side to the Prince of Darkness. His frequent muttering, clashes with family, and befuddled reactions to ordinary life made him an unlikely television star. The show ran until 2005 and transformed the Osbourne family into pop culture royalty. Ozzy became a beloved, if eccentric, national treasure both in the UK and internationally. Later years in health battles in the 2010s and 2020s. Ozzy continued touring and recording, including a reunion with Black Sabbath that culminated in the album 13 in 2013, their first #1 album in the US, the band's final tour. The End concluded in 2017. However, Ozzy's health began to deteriorate. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2020 and suffered multiple injuries due to falls. Despite these setbacks, he released Ordinary Man in 2020 and Patient Number 9 in 2022. Both critically praised and commercially successful, Ozzy frequently expressed gratitude to his fans and to Sharon for helping him survive decades of self-destruction and health crises. His resilience became a source of inspiration, legacy, and impact. Ozzy Osbourne's impact on music and culture is immense. Often called the godfather of heavy metal, he helped pioneer a genre that gave voice to the disenchanted and the rebellious. His vocal style, stage presence, and songwriting influenced countless bands. From Metallic to SLIP, KNOT, Beyond Music. He became a cultural symbol, an embodiment of survival, transformation, and individuality. His outlandish behavior, such as biting a bat on stage, was controversial, but his sincerity and vulnerability endeared him to fans. He never shied away from his demons, and his openness about addiction helped reduce the stigma around mental health. Ozzy earned numerous awards, including Grammy Awards, the Ivor Novello Award for Lifetime Achievement, and induction into the UK Music Hall of Fame with Black Sabbath. He also received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Tributes and reactions to his death. The news of Ozzy Osbourne's death on July 22, 2025, sent shockwaves around the globe. Fans, musicians, and celebrities paid tribute to the legend who defied the odds for so long. Tributes poured in from artists like Tony Iommi, Metallic, Dave Grohl, and Billie Eilish. Black Sabbath co-founder Tony Iommi wrote, "We created magic together, and he'll always be my brother in music. Rest in power, Ozzy." His wife Sharon Osbourne stated, "The world has lost a legend. I have lost the love of my life. He lived loud, loved fiercely, and gave everything to his fans. Thank you all for loving him." Public memorials and vigils were held in cities across the UK, US, and Europe. Fans gathered in Birmingham to honor the local boy who became a global icon. Ozzy Osbourne was not only a music icon but also a prominent figure in the world of endorsements and brand collaborations. Over the years, he lent his image to numerous brands, reflecting his eccentric and rebellious persona. One of his most memorable endorsements was with World of Warcraft, where he starred in a humorous commercial as the Prince of Darkness. He also appeared in ads for "I Can't Believe It's Not Butter," Pepsi, and Best Buy, showcasing his unexpected mainstream appeal. Additionally, he had partnerships with fashion and merchandise lines, including his own Ozzy Osbourne branded clothing and accessories, and collaborated with Rock and Roll Beauty for a themed makeup collection. Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne lived in several lavish homes throughout their lives. Their most famous residence was their Beverly Hills mansion, which was featured on the Osbournes' reality TV show. The property featured luxurious interiors, an expansive backyard, and state-of-the-art amenities. They also owned homes in Buckinghamshire, England, and Hidden Hills, California, with the latter being a frequent celebrity hotspot. In his later years, Ozzy expressed a desire to return permanently to the UK, and the couple reportedly purchased a historic estate in Welders House, Buckinghamshire, where he hoped to spend his remaining days. A passionate car enthusiast, Ozzy Osbourne owned a collection of high-end vehicles. Among his most notable cars were a Ferrari 458 Italia, a Bentley Continental GT, and a Range Rover Vogue, which he was often spotted driving. He also had a custom Cadillac Escalade and was once gifted a Rolls-Royce Phantom by Sharon. Despite his wild rock star persona, Ozzy appreciated luxury, and his cars reflected a refined taste that contrasted with his rebellious image. His lifestyle combined opulence with authenticity. True to the legend he was. Final reflections, Osbornes. Life was a symphony of chaos, brilliance, and heart. From the grimy streets of Birmingham to the highest echelons of rock stardom, he lived his truth, raw, loud, and without apology. His story is one of redemption, resilience, and the eternal power of music to save, to heal, and to connect. Ozzy didn't just sing about madness, he lived it, battled it, and ultimately triumphed over it. His death marks the end of an era, but his music, spirit, tained impact will echo forever. Thank you for joining us as we remembered the one and only Ozzy Osbourne. The Prince of Darkness may have left this world, but his legacy burns brighter than ever. Let us celebrate his life by cranking up Crazy Train, sharing his story, and keeping the spirit of rock alive. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more legendary tributes. Rest in peace, Ozzy. You will never be forgotten. Never be forgotten.